So, good morning, student. Now we are comes to the end of this first topic, that is reproduction of lower and higher plants. So, the last topic, last points of discussion is nothing but a dormancy, apomixis, parthenocarpy, and the polyembryon. Okay, so first we'll deal with the dormancies. So many times this words come, this is the dormant condition of seed, the dormant condition of plant. So what actually this dormant or dormancy is nothing but the structural and physiological adaptive mechanism for the survival. Okay, we can give the example of the drumstick seeds. Okay, in the summer you can see this small seed which is covered with a thin layer of a thin transparent layer. So this is what this these are the making the dormant seed. Dormant seed, once it gets a favorable condition, it will grow. Okay, till that it is in the dormant phase. Okay, so the dormancy is there. They have given the small para in your textbook. Just read it out. It is a very easy term. Next is they have given the apomixis. Okay, so apomixis, it is completely relatable for the seed, right? If the seeds are producing, or if the seed gets produced without the fertilization, is nothing but the apomixis. In that, the seed gets produced through the asexual reproduction, so there is no meiosis, there is no syngamy, that is a fusion of fertilization, and still the seeds get produced. That term is nothing but the apomixis. So they have given the example as orange and mango. Okay, so in apomixis, when the gametophyte or cell produces the embryo-like structure, then the term they have given is the apogamy. Okay, the gametophyte or the cell producing embryo-like structure, then the term is for that is nothing but the apogamy. Okay, second term they have given the apospory. Okay, what is the apospory? The diploid sporophytic cell produces the diploid gamete. Okay, without meiosis is nothing but the apospory. Okay, these two term they have given. After that, they have given the categories for the apomixis. First, that is recurrent category, non-recurrent, and the adventive embryon, right? I'm really sorry that I didn't get the diagram for the same, but I have tried hard to make a different points or notes for the same, and I have written into the tabular form so that it is easier for you to remember it. Okay, so first we'll deal with the recurrent. So in this type, the embryo sac generally rise either from an archisporial cell, hopefully you remember the diagram of an archisporial cell, or from the same other part of the nucleus. Okay, so you just so this is what, this is archisporial cell. Okay, so embryo sac generally rise either from these cell or from these cells, right? Hopefully now you understand the what they are saying. The embryo sac generally rise either from the archisporial cell or from the other part of the nucleus, right? So in case of diplospory, they have given the embryo sac is derived from the diploid megaspore mother cell, or in apospory, the nuclear cells give rise the apometic embryo sac. Okay, so this comes under what, recurrent apomixis category. Second is what, this is a non-recurrent category. So in this type, MMC, that is megaspore mother cell undergoes usual meiotic division, and the haploid embryo sac is formed. Okay, so MMC undergoes usual meiotic division and it will form the haploid embryo sac, right? And the embryo arise from the eggs by parthenogenesis or through the apogamy. Apogamy is nothing but what? It forms the embryo-like structure. Okay, gametophytes form the embryo-like structure. So the embryo arise from the egg by the parthenogenesis, that is without fertilization, or through the apogamy, that is gametophytes becomes the embryo, right? Now these through this the sterile plants gets developed, okay, through this. So they have given the example Nicotiana, okay. Next category for the apomixis is what? Adventive embryony. In that, embryo may develop from the somatic nucellus or integument along with the normal zygotic embryo. Means the normal zygotic embryo is there, but with that, in this type of embryony, normal like somatic nucellus or integument along with the normal zygotic embryo will form, and a zygotic embryo with the another embryo, it will simultaneously grow, right? So these are what? These are the different categories of apomixis. So apomixis, in that seeds are forming, but it is following the asexual reproduction. There is no meiosis and there is no fertilization, that is no syngamy. That is why it is known as what? Apomixis. It's showing the three categories: recurrent, non-recurrent and adventive embryony. So next term is what? Next term is parthenocarpy. So this parthenocarpy term is introduced by the Knoll in the year 1902. Okay, so the fruit is developed without the fertilization. That is why the term is known as what? Parthenocarpy. If fruit is produced then without fertilization, then the fruit is known as what? Parthenocarpic fruit. Okay, so in that parthenocarpy, it occurs naturally in some varieties of pineapple, banana, papaya, etc. And in these plants, it seems that the placental tissue is unfertilized ovary produced auxin. So auxin is what? Auxin, indole acetic acid. It is what? It is a one kind of hormone, plant hormone, which the role of that, it is enlarges the ovary into the fruit. Okay, so there are different types of hormone plant is producing. It is indole acetic acid, that is stands for IAA. It generally, the role of it is what? It is enlarges the ovary into the fruit, right? So this is what? This is parthenocarpy. So the last point of this topic is nothing but the polyembryony. So polyembryony, poly, many, embryony, embryo. So okay, so it stands with a many embryo. This term is introduced or put forth by the scientist, that is Leeuwenhoek, in the year 1790. Okay, so development of more than one embryo is nothing but the polyembryony. And these result from the differentiation and development of various maternal and zygotic tissues associated with the ovule of a seed. Okay, this polyembryony result from the differentiation and development of various maternal and zygotic tissue associated with the ovule of seed. Okay, so they have given the two terminologies. One is adventive polyembryony, second is cleavage polyembryony. So what is happening in the adventive polyembryony? The embryo develops directly through the diploid cell of nucellus and integument. Same is like apomixis type of adventative embryony. In that, the embryo is developing through the nucellus and integuments. But in the second type, that is cleavage embryony, that is the zygote proembryo divides into the many part. Basically the proembryo divides into two part, but in case of cleavage embryony, it is developing into the many parts and which develop into an embryo. Okay, so this is about what? Polyembryony. So they have given the example. I have not written over here, but you have to remember the one or two example of each category. Okay, so here we finish this topic, that is reproduction in lower and higher plants. So you just read it out. If you have any questions, any doubts, you can message me. I'll solve it. But before that, I'll give you the homework. That is, you have to solve the question number 2. In that, the number 1, that is, name the part of gynoecium that determines the compatible nature of pollen grain. Fourth one, define the megasporogenesis. Fifth, what is hydrophily? Then question number 3, in that first question, how polyembryony are polyembryony can be commercially exploited. Third, incompatibility is a natural barrier in the fusion of gametes. How will you explain this statement? After that, question number 4, long answer question. In that, you will explain the double fertilization, that is, describe the process of double fertilization. Okay, before seeing the next video or next topic, you will solve this homework and you will send me the image on my WhatsApp number. Okay, before that, we'll see what exactly we have done in this topic. We have seen the reproduction definition, necessity of reproduction, then the type of reproduction, asexual, sexual, then the four different types of asexual reproduction, that is fragmentation, budding, spore formation, and other types. After that, we have seen the vegetative propagation. In that, 3 types: cutting, grafting, and tissue culture. Then nobody sends me the question and activity for the same, right? Next, the structure of anther. In that, different terms, that is archisporial cells, and after the TS of anther you have done. Okay, next, the structure of microspore, that is nothing but the pollen grain. Development of a male gametophyte, hopefully you have done this. And then the structure of female gametophyte, that is anthropous ovule. The development of female gametophyte, that is megasporogenesis. Then the pollination, the types of pollination. Okay, different types: autogamy, genetogamy, xenogamy, that is comes under the self pollination and cross pollination. Then we have done the pollinating agents, the 2 types, that is abiotic and biotic. In that, anemophily, hydrophily. Again, hydrophily falls down into the 2 category: hypohydrophily and epihydrophily. Again, biotic factors are entomophily, ornithophily, chiropterophily. Okay, so these are different animals which are helping into the pollination, with supports for the cross pollination. Then outbreeding devices for maintaining the genetic diversity falls under the 6 categories, that is unisexuality, dichogamy, prepotency, heterostyle, hercogamy, and incompatibility. Then pollen pistil interaction, and after the main topic, that is double fertilization, the fusion of 2 male gametes with the secondary nuclei and the egg cell, that is syngamy and triple fusion. After that, the development is simultaneously of endosperm and embryo. So we have seen the development of endosperm, the development of embryo. So in the development of endosperm, so there we have done the mode of development, that is nuclear, cellular, and halobial. Then development of embryo, this is the diagram, you can easily remember it, and if your concepts are clear, then you can easily write the explanation for the same, right? Next, next we have seen the terminology, that is dormancy, apomixis, the categories of apomixis: recurrent, non-current, adventative, polyembryony. and then the parthenocarpy related to the fruit, and polyembryony, that is many development of more than one embryo, that is nothing but the polyembryony. Okay, so in for the next lecture you have to submit your homework to me, and hopefully you are doing it at home, like reading and solving the problems, clearing your concepts and everything. Here we finish this topic, that is the reproduction in lower and higher plants. So in next lecture I am going to start the third topic, that is inheritance and variation. Okay, so good day student.